Hello and welcome. We are live and it is Endpoint coming up against Nemiga here. A very good matchup, it should be at least. Both very evenly ranked teams. Should be a bit of a barn burner here, so we'll see if Nemiga are going to be able to get off to a good start here. They have been able to get themselves that CT side after winning out in the knife round. We'll see Endpoint then on the offensive. And they've gone for 4 Glocks, a P250 for Crucial. Dropped over by Mighty Max while the rest of the team has that Kevlar. Nemiga going to go for a similar setup, but Box will have that. Have that kit. As Speed takes the opening kill onto Cyril. A nice quick one-tap from that USP. Opens things up for this primarily Belarusian side. To have Speed as a Russian, and there's an Estonian in there as well. I think it's Jayo, but a nice return back from Crucial. Brings it back into the 4-on-4 of that P250. That's the reason it was brought into this round. Those one-shot headshots, long range, so the Glocks can't do that. But Jayo's position could be huge here, as he's managed to get himself into a position where they're not going to be expecting him over on short. And now he starts to open things up for his team again, finding 2 quick kills. Speed and Box are going to close things out. It will be Nemiga getting a pretty clean pistol round there, only losing that 1 kill to Crucial's P250. Speed and Jayo both getting themselves the 2 kills apiece. We'll see Endpoint fully force themselves into this one. They didn't get the bomb plant in that previous round. They were shut down as they tried to get themselves into that bomb site. And now they're going to be just having to deal with a few Deagles, a single CZ, and a P250 for Mighty Max, the IGL. Nades as well, as it does a few of the teammates, but a nice trading towards mid. Speed's going to bring it back into the advantage for the Nemiga side, but it's a couple kills in return from Endpoint. They managed to pick up an M4 as well, alongside that MP9 that was recovered off of Boxic's body as well. So Endpoint have a chance to really hurt the Nemiga economy here. Already 2 kills, but MDS on this flank with an MP9 could be wait for them to turn this back in their favour, but out towards long. Jayo is going to be next up to the plate for this Nemiga side. We'll see if he's going to be able to stand the test of these 3 players. Does get the first kill, but Thomas quick on the trade. Endpoint playing this brilliantly to find themselves all of these trades, keeping themselves in this one, and 3 kills now going their way. It's a costly round for Nemiga against these pistols, and it could be even worse. He might still lose a round. It's not a foregone conclusion just yet either way. MDS's position over towards Party was good, but it's just missed the timing. Actually gets it perfectly to catch Thomas, the player at the back with the bomb, and that's going to make things awkward now for Endpoint. Mighty Max has to try and go back and get it, hack down to 6 HP, but he does similar to MDS, puts him down on just 1, and he's had to bolt it over towards that B site, knowing that there's going to be 1 on that A site as well, and with 15 seconds on the clock, he's going to get that bomb planted. Both of the CTs going to be coming from short, and he manages to get himself over towards a monster tunnel just in time to relative sanctity for this defense. With the bomb down, he's got 6 points of health. 1 bullet from either of these MP9s is going to put the nail in the coffin for Mighty Max, but he's going to work his way back around towards short. And Nemiga going to expect this one. They're clearing out the back of the site. Has he gone over towards ABC? No, he hasn't. Lollipop's going to go back and check short, and that will be the round going to Nemiga, but only just a very tight one at that. 3 players going down. MDS survives with just 1 HP. And Endpoint with the bomb plant, so a pretty strong force by there, all things considered. And Nemiga now with another buy. They weren't able to recover that M4 that was dropped off of Speed's body in that previous round, so they're going to have to rebuy a couple of them. So I'll have a 3 MP9s, a couple M4s, and Box again aggressive towards the park this time. Just goes for the spray through the wall. That MP9, not the best armor penetration, but it does the job against Thomas, and now Speed's coming into support, and just against these unarmored pistols there, making light work of it. Already 2 players down means just 3 Deagles left for Endpoint to try and find something with. Lollipop doing a little bit of damage towards Surreal over in Connector, but no kill for him. Endpoint just going to try and find themselves any sort of kill here. Anything to try and put that Nemiga economy into a bit of an awkward position once again. If Nemiga can survive this round with all 5 players, that would be a big boost after losing the majority of them in that previous round. At the moment, it's not looking too bad for them to achieve that goal. Surreal's going to get dropped as well, and only 2 players left as they get fully blinded. Lollipop's just going to massacre unless he try and push through, and that's a free K for him. And all 5 players from Nemiga do survive and keep themselves in a relatively good position going forwards. And no, it is not 999 rounds in the game. That's just how the ESEA servers work. It is still MR15. Overtime on. So I guess you could get 999 rounds, but that'd have to be a lot of overtimes. And a lot of aggression from Nemiga early in this 4th round as MDS does claim the kill on towards Thomas. A nice opening, and they're going to switch them 4 over to one of the MP9 players who has more health. Boxic with another as well. Box doing well to extend the lead. The MP9 doing work, but Surreal answers back, eventually takes him down. Doing a bit of damage on towards Jayo as well. Through the wall onto B. But Endpoint still sit at a player disadvantage. The ult from Crucial, though, could be the factor that turns the tide. Gets a tag on towards Speed, who himself has an AWP, but surviving on just 20 points of health. Drops a smoke and a Molotov from his teammate to give him a bit of cover, maybe to try and escape, but for now he'll stay in position. Will now pull back onto that site. Endpoint with these remaining 3 players. Gonna look to hit this A site, but there is 3 players there from Nemiga as well, leaving just Lollipop over towards the B site. But that Molotov claims the opening kill. The low HP of Speed, and a beautiful flashbang completely blinds up Jayo as Robin taps out the second over towards Truck. And MDS now have to try and regain a bit of control towards the site, but Robin denies that as well. 3 kills so far in the round for him. And when Lollipop's left wondering how this round went so badly wrong. It was a 2-player advantage at one point. Now he's left in a 1 versus 3 bomb planted. And he's just going to pick up an AK and save it. Does have full HP. Robin is low, but there's still Crucial and Surreal. He will be there to mop things up. So Endpoint are going to be able to put their first round on the board here. Finally, we do make it to a 3-1 scoreline. See if Endpoint can find a consecutive round. So whether Nemiga going to be able to shut them down. Thomas looking for the opening frag. Captures MDS once again. Going aggressive towards short. But this time Thomas is the benefactor in this exchange. Taking down MDS. Jayo's just going to upgrade to that dropped M4. Dropping away that MP9. So MDS got the opening kill in the previous round that way. But this time doesn't work out all too well for him. Trying very dearly to try and find the kill in return through the wall. Box is going to be able to manage that over towards Toilets, but Mighty Max trade that one out. So Endpoint going to keep themselves in the player advantage here. Speed, I know AWP does nail Crucial, so the AWP wins out in that battle. Well, the CT AWP wins out in that battle. Does go into a 3-on-3, and Endpoint going to divert their attention over towards his B site, but that's where two players currently lie. Jayo and Lollipop ready and waiting as Thomas kills two, but one of them is his teammate. Jayo found another one as well, and now it's going to be just Thomas, 1 versus 2. Speed's rotating over as well to support the Estonian. As Thomas isn't going to be expecting that angle. Jayo finishes him off, and Endpoint can't quite convert the second. A nice hold towards that B site settles around. And Thomas finding 2. Well, I say, well, 1 kill plus his teammate. Which obviously doesn't help. You don't want to be killing your teammates. That's not beneficial to a win. Most of the time. Most of the time, that is. And Endpoint just back on the pistols now. A few sets of armor, 5 deagles. We'll see if they can find some damage like they have done in previous rounds, but not quite gotten close enough to take the win. And Box is again aggressive over towards the park. This time he has an M4 rather than one of those MP9s. It is the silent one, so maybe not the best choice in close range. And his teammate Speed's gone down, and that leaves him exposed from the back as well, as he does find the first kill towards Mighty Max, but too many angles to hold. He will eventually goes down, but good work to find 2 kills there, in fairness. Getting attacked from 2 different angles, and Crucial's gone very aggressive with that salvaged AWP that Speed was dropped with to take down Jayo. Not really expecting that much aggression, but he's Crucial going to be caught out here, looking for even more, but he's trying to jump away. How has Crucial survived that, but takes the re-peak and eventually will go down. Surreal's left on 3 points of health in a 2-on-2. Needs to try and rely on Robin to find the kills here, as he still only has a pistol himself, and as the smoke fades, Lollipop takes him down, leaving just Robin and M4 against 2. The bomb planted, it's ticking its way down. Nemiga, they have kits on both of these players. They have a smoke as well on MDS and Lollipop. Going aggressive, doesn't need either of them really, as he takes just the headshot on towards Robin. The defuse will come through, and Nemiga are going to find a 5th, but another expensive round for them here. They do salvage the AWP. MDS carries that one forward, so the heavy hitter does make its way into the next round. Will get dropped back on towards Speedak, but another strong pistol round from Endpoint. Able to find a few kills, able to get a bomb plant. It boosts their economy and hurts Nemiga. As you can see, Nemiga not really got much cash in reserve. They're going to be struggling to find another buy if they aren't able to save weapons, or if they aren't able to take the round win. Endpoint aren't in that much of a better position as they try and find aggression towards mid. Mighty Max is able to take down Box over and connected. This time he isn't trying to go aggressive towards Park. Endpoint now have a solid control of connector. Surreal in position there, getting a bit of spam through the wall as well on towards MDS. Does a bit of damage, down to 40 he goes, but still with his life. You'll be able to continue fighting in the rest of this round. Our Endpoint going to be able to put a second round on the board. Score currently lies at 5-1, but Lollipop, a nice equalizer in this round, takes down Robin, but that's just a fake over towards the A site. The real hit coming in towards B now with the bulk of the Endpoint side, and there's nobody here in defense. Nemiga gambled everything on that A site, and it's going to come up with zilch for them. Apart from that kill on towards the flank of Robin, and the bomb is going to get planted, but the gift of that B site is enough for Endpoint here. Huge nade on towards Mighty Max, but Crucial does get the kill instead. Mighty Max will get caught off by Jayo. Thomas going to be able to hold his own over towards Water, finding 2 glorious kills, and Crucial with the 3rd puts Endpoint on a second round. They aren't out with this one, and they're going to keep Nemiga honest here early in this game. As I said, Nemiga losing those players in the prior round against the Pistols, it's hurt them deeply here, and now they've just got the pistols themselves. Nemiga, absolutely no money left. Speed's going to keep himself around 3k for the... Actually, he buys up a scout instead. Keeps himself a little bit higher, though, than his teammates. 1.2k in the bank to allow him to get the AWP a little bit sooner, or a little bit easier. Endpoint again looking to try and take a bit of early control towards mid here, but Nemiga with a bit of a stack out towards long. They have speed with that scout and a couple of players a little bit closer with the pistols. And they'll be hearing all of the noise, but they aren't going to go for any of the peaks. They're just happy to hold their ground and hope that Endpoint walk into their crosshair instead. Now Endpoint actually going to regroup and try and hit long together here. They need to be careful. Box, a close player, dispatched off the second one behind the bike, dealt with, and now it's just speed. It will just back away with that scout, retreat towards the A site and try and slow down this Endpoint advance for his teammates to rotate in. But Endpoint with a two-player advantage and not much damage done to them either, so they should be in a pretty peachy place to try and take this round, but speed start towards long, needs to be careful. He doesn't get caught out too early, but Robin's going to be the one to get him down. Mighty Max with another, and it's all over for Nemiga in this round. It's just Lollipop left over towards that B site. CZ in hand, flashbang on his belt, but 5 players to find. It's not looking too likely for him. A third round going to go the way of Endpoint, and Lollipop just going to keep that CZ into the next round. They've not got any money to play with, so I mean, keeping a CZ might be able to do a bit of damage, maybe a kill or two in the next round, but for this one it'll be all for naught. I've just realised my game was on full screen windowed. You hate to see it. Hopefully it's alright. I mean, I never use full screen windowed anymore, especially not when casting. But I hope it's okay. Just because it can have a few issues with sort of stuttering and FPS, but I might change it a little bit later if there's a timeout or something. But for now, it's okay. I'll soldier on, as much as it annoys me having a cursor on the screen, which keeps popping up. Luckily, you don't see that, because being the professional I am, I have the cursor disabled on game capture. Endpoint with what should be another clean round here. Now just going to clear out this B site as Nemiga played a lot of presence towards that A site instead. And it will not benefit them. The only real investment into this round was Jayo's P250. With Lollipop carrying over that CZ in the armor. And it looks like they're just going to try and set up for a couple kills here, Nemiga, over in Connector, unless they are going to plan on bursting late in towards this B site to try and catch the Endpoint players off guard. But Surreal, hearing all these steps as players try and approach him from the top of Connector, gets the one, but then he spots out a lot of them, and behind it's going to be Lollipop dropping down. Thomas not able to see that kill just in time. Instead, he's going to catch them as he try and make their way up. Lollipop caught out with that AK, but Jao's going to try and salvage it and drop down in towards his teammates. And look on the site, it's MDS. He's going to be trying to catch these players off guard. Mighty Max will seal him instead. Does survive. And now these players in Connector are going to be fearing for their life, but they will manage to keep that AK alive. So a nice little catch there for Nemiga. Endpoint only losing one player. But that rifle does get into the hands of this CT side as they sit with just a single round to their name against Endpoint here. 5-4 the scoreline. And a full buy for them here, but no AWP. And that is a benefit that Crucial and the Endpoint side do have. Again, Nemiga, a lot of presence towards A early on. 4 players aggressive, and Robin needs to be the player to try and hold them back, but Box gets the opening. 5 HP left on him, but that's the kill on towards Robin. Caught out over in Park. Lollipop still the sole defender towards B. He's holding these Endpoint players back in, and a kill, in fact, on towards Thomas is huge to try and put Nemiga onto a 6th. The rotations from Nemiga still on their way, so Lollipop doing huge work here, keeping the Endpoint players back, but they are going to be able to make their way on towards a site now as Lollipop falls off towards water, and Mighty Max going to get that bomb down. It's the least they can do here, but as Lollipop finds another kill as well, Mighty Max eventually takes him down, but it's going to be the push from Nemiga off the back of that to find a 6th. They will get the defuse in just a moment. No kit, but they have plenty of time. Huge work from Lollipop there. Not just the fact that he got 2 kills there on the defense, but just managing to keep Endpoint back for so long. I'm not sure if Endpoint actually realized he was a sole defender. And then just pulling back, keeping himself alive, bringing his team in, keeping that advantage. Then they just retake together. They had the advantage. It was never in with a doubt. But Endpoint, plenty of money to buy up again. And as well, next round as if they lose as well. So Nemiga are going to have to win a few rounds in a row here to try and break this Endpoint economy, which has become so strong. Nemiga got a little bit of cash in the bank after a clean round win there. Just trying to creep forward. Going to get caught out by MDS, who drops to 12 HP himself. But it's still the kill for the Nemiga side. And Jayo with another one, taking down Surreal over towards Connector. That's a spam through the wall from B. That is one that Surreal won't be too happy about. Box over towards the toilet, though. Just playing around the smoke. That flashbang goes deep, and Box going to be able to find an opening, but Robin eventually finds one for the Endpoint side, but now he's left all alone. 1 versus 4, the bomb down. He's going to try and find the AWP of speed, gets that kill. So 1 versus 3, still not collected the bomb. He needs to be absolutely exquisite here to try and find these kills, but it's MDS who's low HP and Connector to find the final killing blow onto us, Robin. And it will be a 7th round now for Nemiga, but Endpoint can get themselves another buy up here. Crucial can get the AWP. They even get dropped it over if he wants to get a bit more utility. And we do have a quick pause, so I'm actually just going to change it into the full screen mode quick for you. Probably freeze for a moment, but we have a timeout, and that's why I said I'll do it in a timeout, so then we don't miss any of the game. But coming off the back of the timeout, I mean, Endpoint, they are going to go for the buy into this one, as Crucial will get the AWP up for himself, a bit of utility to go with it, not electing to have it dropped over by a teammate, because Thomas had a bit more cash than Crucial has, so could have dropped that over. Crucial could have dropped him a rifle in return, and they would have both had plenty of utility. Instead, Crucial will just get it up himself. Maybe prefers his skin, who knows? But a bit of an extended pause here, actually, is Nemiga got speed on an MP9, and I'm not sure if they've misjudged the economy here or not. But it could be a bit of a troublesome buy, that, because he could have been dropped over by either MDS or Lollipop. Could have been dropped a rifle. So they've chosen to have that MP9. Wasn't out of necessity. And I'm not sure if they maybe thought Endpoint would be on a force buy or a bit of an eco, but I mean, the MP9 can still work. It can still find the frags against the fully kitted players, but it's just a bit more difficult. It just requires a bit better sort of positioning and execution on that weapon. But we'll see. Maybe it'll get the ace. Who knows? Maybe he's just trying to earn a bit of cash. Maybe try and find a few kills. $600 a piece on those SMGs. Compared to just a $300 for a rifle kill. And Box needs to be careful he doesn't get caught out. Just about makes it in towards Connector. Regrouping with his teammate Speed, who's going to get absolutely nailed. Maybe the MP9 didn't even matter, as he just gets a complete 7.62 round going through the top of his skull. That is enough to silence any prospective counter-terrorist, as Jayo over towards Long eventually finds one back, but it's still a player advantage for this Endpoint side. MDS as well is down on half HP, so Nemiga in a bit of an awkward situation, but maybe Lollipop can stand up to the task here over towards the B side. That's a beautiful 2K already as he holds back these T players, but they're still Going to be the rotation coming in from Nemiga. Eventually they'll find Lollipop, but over towards Short is MDS. Finding Crucial, the bomber dropped, and now Thomas left all on his own. And once again, Lollipop, a huge round, finding 2 kills yet again and delaying the advances of Endpoint towards that B site. He is a formidable force. He's recently expressed his displeasure at the FPL system. Doesn't like the fact that he was kicked, told to play good, get better in FPLC and teams, and I mean he's here in with Nemiga putting up good numbers, showing some real class, and he's still not back in FPL, and he's not too happy about that one. And that round has actually put Endpoint into a difficult position again. Box aggressive towards Park, and again he's just going to go for that spam through the wall. Collects onto Crucial this time. Jayo with another kill in towards Connector, sealing this round for Nemiga, and a third comes through. Eventually Thomas finds one on the hero AK. But it will be Nemiga who find a 9th, a strong CT half for them, and now Endpoint going to be having that full buy through. Surreal, a little bit lower on cash, only has 3k. Yeah, Kieran, if you didn't know, Auto Observer. Okay, my game just alt-tabbed. Why the hell has it done that? Oh, I know why. Okay, let's close that. Yeah, Auto Observer on CSGO, if there's a delay on GoTV, it will try and pick whatever the best angle is for you. So it generally picks out who finds the frags. So yeah, I mean, that's why I never really say it, but because it sort of spoils things and stuff. But I mean, it's just better than me trying to observe and cast. That's just too much, I think. And as Endpoint have the bomb down on this B site, they're going to be trying to repel these Nemiga players. MDS from the Monster Tunnel, though, finds one, and the rest of his team going to mop things up, and a nice retake there to find double digits. It is kind of spoilers, but, you know. Just the way it is. I mean, how is Endpoint losing against these fixes? I mean, I won't call them Nemiga fixers. They're just a very good team. These two teams are ranked 32 and 33 in the world, so I mean, it's a very close fight. Endpoint just having a bit of a tough time on the T side at the moment. We'll see if they can bounce back, though. They've had some strong rounds, and we'll see if they can find more again here, or whether Nemiga, that solid B defense, can hold this Endpoint side back. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Nemiga have been looking like a very solid team. They've shown a lot of form, taken down some decent names. Nordavind, one of their most recent successes. Match against VP was horrible. Well, everyone has a bit of a blemish on their record. Box doesn't want to have one on this round, though, as he does take down the opening kill, but he's left on low HP, trying to escape, but there's a gap in the smoke that Robin exploits, and Endpoint trying to fight for this final round of the half to try and get themselves a 5th round. We'll see if this works out, and look at Jayo's position. It thought maybe he might be able to find a kill there, as they've just dispatched off the player who was in that position, but it has dealt Endpoint a bit of a favourable hand here, as they now sit with an extra player. Oh my god, Lollipop with another 2k for himself. This time it's on the A site, and this time it's for an 11th round. Endpoint gonna have to make do with just the 4 on that T half, as they now switch over towards the CT side. Both these teams are a very solid MDL as well. Both of them currently have a 4-1 record. in MDL. Endpoint did just manage to beat Alternate Attacks a couple days ago. That was a close game, 16-14 against the German side. Meanwhile, Nemiga, their most recent victory was against Nordvind, 16-10 for them. So both of them, and both of these teams, 4-1, looking quite strong. So we'll see who's going to be going 5-1 and who will be 4-2. There we go, numbers. Got them right this time. As we now move into the second half. Pistol round here. 3 sets of armor for Endpoint. Robin has a kit and a smoke, while Mike Max has a smoke and a couple flashbangs. Nemiga, a similar setup, 3 sets of armor for them as well, and quite a bit of utility. A Molotov, couple smokes, couple flashbangs. And we'll see if Nemiga can get this half off to a good start. It would probably be the end for Endpoint if they can find the pistol here. 12-4, probably 13-4 after a anti-eco. But first, let's see who's going to be able to take this pistol round. A 3 player is currently situated over towards his A site for Endpoint, and Surreal tanked down early, but it was a Glock, so it's only put him down to 30, not the one-shot headshot at that range. Nemiga grouped up now, going to be looking to try and crush on towards this A site. Crucial up close. Jayo's though going to find that frag, and Crucial drops down pretty quickly. Surreal down to just 11 points of health. Robin by the truck needs to try and find some frags for his team. Gets one, looking for more. MDS just get the bomb down, but Robin and Surreal both fall as the game alt tabs yet again. What the hell? And Thomas now just left in a 1 versus 4, but that was a nice shot on towards MDS, but I think this round is gone. A second nice shot as he still has 90 points of health, trying to find the kill on towards Jayo now. 1 versus 2, looking for it, but Jayo is ready, and Jayo stops Thomas from getting too far ahead of himself there. So 12-4, Nemiga probably going to be able to rocket to the win here from this position. Endpoint going to force themselves into this round. Thomas gets an MP9 up, couple kills for him in that previous round, facilitate that purchase. While Nemiga, couple Mac 10s, a Tech 9 for speed, which actually just gets switched over to, no, a Tech 9 for speed. It was the Mac 10 and the AK for Jayo and Box now. Lollipop with just a Gleal. And we'll see if Endpoint are going to be failed to fight back here. They've got the 4 Deagles, the MP9, 5 sets of armor, a lot of smokes to work with. Robin with a HE as well. Might be able to find some damage as Nemiga look towards this B site. Mac just spotting the booty out of Lollipop there. Can't quite find the frag, and instead going to pull back towards the B site to support his teammates with a minute on the clock as Nemiga going to be pushing in towards this site now, but a bit of hesitance from a couple players there. Not sure if they want to go forward or not. Surreal over to buy the barrels. He's had some recent games ever so proficient in that position. It's actually forced Nemiga back. No kills, but they're going to try and regroup over towards short now. Utility wasn't necessarily their liking from the monster tunnel, and actually so indecisive right now. They can't decide where they want to go. 35 seconds now, 30 seconds after the initial hit, and now the Nemiga going to try and push their way in with a second set of utility, but there's so many Endpoint players here that they're going to need to deal with. Practically all 5 of them. It's going to be 2 for 2. It's going to be actually an advantage for the Endpoint side. It's just Box left in a 1 versus 3, but a lot of damage done. He's going to deal with Mighty Max at high HP, and now it's just the 2 Deagles left for the Endpoint side to try and find this final frag. Box left on 100 points of health, but 10 seconds. A bit of damage done through the smoke. He needs to try and go for the plant. He's actually going to try and fake it, but Robin is ready, and Endpoint fight back with a pistol round to secure their 5th. And, well, a nice defense there. I mean, Nemiga so indecisive trying to push in. They never really looked like they wanted to commit to that B site. A few attempts and they finally make their way in, but it all comes clattering down. As Endpoint on those pistols make it work. Nice opening there for Thomas Box. Getting absolutely nailed with a bit of an aggressive push towards short over on B, but will favour the Endpoint side. Robin's taken quite a bit of damage instead, but still alive and still keeping Endpoint in that 5-on-4. But though Thomas, after finding that initial frag, rotated over towards the A site to try and support his teammates, but will get dropped. Crucial fights back with a kill of his own. Nemiga have an AK on Lollipop that's going to take a lot of damage, but Crucial backs out of that challenge, giving his team just that 4-on-3. Doesn't want to drop another player here, as both him and Robin are quite low. Crucial trying to find the frags, but just forced to back away with a combination of bullets and fire. He's trying to take position over towards the bank, trying to find the assist on towards, well, for Robin there. The flashbang helps out, and Speed eventually takes one, but still the advantage for Endpoint here. Speed with the deagle, both him and Lollipop around 20 to 30 HP. Lollipop gets another, but I think Speed, it's all said and done here for him, as Endpoint do claim the round. At Nemiga, a big force buy into that round. They can't quite find the victory though, but they do put it close. 3 kills, the bomb plant, similar to what Endpoint were able to do on their T side with those force buys. But Endpoint will pull themselves out with a 6th round. So not out the game, 6 behind Nemiga on the CT side now. And they should be able to find a 7th here just against pistols for this Belarusian side. Yeah, it wasn't really a clean round. It was a bit awkward, but they make it work. Double nades over towards the T-Stairs, and that has absolutely annihilated MDS. Speed and Jayo took a bit of the splash damage from that one as well. Robin going to be using that box spray angle to his advantage, taking down Jayo, looking for more over towards the park, takes down Box as well, and now we're on the pistol and needs support from his teammates, and Crucial's going to rotate in and provide exactly that, and that is a clean round. All 5 players stay alive, no damage done to the Endpoint side whatsoever. All of them had 100 HP. And now 12 to 7, the full buy coming through from Nemiga. Speed with the AWP, but it's come at a bit of a cost, a bit of utility left at the side for those players. No walk for the Endpoint side though. Crucial just has to make do, I guess, with an AK-47. I think many of us are relieved that Krieg has been nerfed out of fashion. Thomas receiving a couple nades there. Down to 30 points of health he goes, but a bit of unconfirmed damage for the Nemiga's side. Thomas still alive. Just under a minute to go. Nemiga not showing any signs of really trying to force way into a site apart from this boost that actually isn't going to work out as Box tried to get up on top. I'm not sure if he was spotted out or if he couldn't spot anything. No, there was no gunfire from Endpoint to suggest he was spotted out, but maybe just a little bit uncomfortable with the positioning. Definitely looks like Nemiga with 30 seconds left on the clock. All 5 players currently over towards this B site. It looks like it's going to be the hit that Endpoint going to have to deal with here. Mighty Max just drops down that smoke over towards the barrels just to give himself a bit of space and maybe create the allure of someone hiding there for the Endpoint side. But look at this flank, Robin. Oh, this is huge. Finding 2. They have no idea. Speed doesn't even respond. He just accepts his fate. And an absolutely huge clean up from the Endpoint side there. 8 rounds on the board now. Nemiga, they don't look comfortable on this T side anymore. They just let the time dwindle down. And they get punished so hard. Robin's just able to rotate through Connector. There was absolutely no control on the rest of that map. And it didn't even look like Nemiga realised they were being shot from Connector. Now they're just on pistols once again, and Endpoint gonna have another chance to close things up. Orp's gonna be in Crucial's hands as well, as Surreal finds the opening kill on towards Jayo. In Monster, MDS looking like he wants to tap the head of Thomas. Does get the headshot, but the Tech-9's only doing 80 to him in that position. As don't ask me what the hell my voice just did then. That is one probably left unanswered. Now the fast push in towards Nemiga. And that's going to be a couple kills. Oh my god, that is huge. Box with 2 on the Tech-9. MDS with one of his own. He's looking for more. Oh my god, it's all falling apart for the Endpoint side. The Tech-9s in the 4-on-5 have just gone absolutely huge. And that has not gone well whatsoever. Crucial's just left to try and save this AWP. Nemiga finding a bit of a saviour in that round, I guess. Box just running in with a 3k on the Tech-9. And well, that's the power of those close angles. B site, exploitable, I guess you could say. And now Nemiga going to stretch out their lead to 5 rounds once again. And weapons picked up for Nemiga. It's going to be a nice boost to their economy. Are they going to be able to get the AWP up? Looks like no. They're just going to go for the rifles. But Endpoint themselves have enough to full bite around that AWP. So we'll have a fight here. But Nemiga, a lucky round. Well, I say lucky. They managed to get themselves into those positions. Managed to get themselves those fights. And they won them out. Let's see if they can do the same on a rifle round now. Over Endpoint are going to start to fight back once again. MDS just taking control of Connector. Endpoint aren't going to be trying to keep control of that for themselves. Mighty Max might be able to find a kill, but lovely movement there from Box to jump himself off the edge of that tunnel. It gives him a bit of a boost towards the other side, and that catches out Mighty Max, but Thomas with the trade frag. Robin might be able to find one on towards Jayo, over towards the toilets, who isn't checking for him, and Endpoint have managed to swing this back into their favour. Nemiga need this round. They can't allow Endpoint to start fighting back once again. With another kill as well. 16 points of HP and 2 frags. Just Speed and MDS left alive. And they've got a 2-on-4 here to try and fight back. Surreal with a kill in the flames. They're not going to stop him. He's looking for more. But Speed is able to find one in return. 24 HP left. He's going to try and rotate around for the bomb, I think. Or actually just try and save with only 10 seconds left on the clock. He's not got any chance in this one. A 1 versus 3. Not looking likely. And Endpoint now find themselves in 9th and close things back up to just 4 rounds. But that pistol round win from pistol round victory from Nemiga does allow them a bit of spare cash, so they'll get another full buy through here. Another test that Endpoint are going to have to try and deal with here. Endpoint looking very strong on these gun rounds. Nemiga found only a couple rounds in this half. One of them was a pistol, one of them was a Tech-9 forced by victory. Again, aggression from Nemiga towards B, but it's going to be Speed who opens things up instead. That AWP taking down Crucial. Was playing on the right side of that monster tunnel. And Nemiga are going to be able to convert this advantage, or our Endpoint going to be able to fight back, as Surreal has the AWP now in his hands. that Molotov and the nade utility damage. It's doing quite a lot to Nemiga there. They're just going to have to try and hide in that core, and a second nade over. Oh my god, that's absolutely huge. Box survives at just 1 point of health. Lollipop is dead, so Endpoint, absolutely huge utility damage there. Puts them into a 4-on-4. And so much damage done as well. Towards an Nemiga side, MDS rotating over towards the A site. Going to try and find a bit of an advantage here instead of over towards B site as Box is left all on his own. Over on B short just to try and hold for a rotate. Left on 1 point of health. There's not much else he can do apart from sneak a frag on an unsuspecting victim. Surreal with that AWP posted up towards long. Well, actually on the A site, he's going to find one towards the toilet. So now Surreal will get dropped by Speed, and Jaya with another one brings things into Nemiga's favour. But look at the HP for both, well, for everyone on Nemiga. They're also low, and Speed going down leaves it just a combined 12 HP between these two players in 10 seconds. Box is on the flank, but he needs to be much quicker in this one. But he can't make the noise needed. It's so desperate for Nemiga, and there's absolutely no time. Jayo's just trying to back away. Box maybe just going to try and find a kill here. But it's an awkward spray. He does eventually find Thomas. Keeps himself alive, but Endpoint now into double digits. They keep themselves going. The utility damage in that previous round kept them in it, basically. And now just 13-10. Nemiga struggling on this T half. They've got the AWP and the AK, though, saved from that previous round. Are they going to buy up around it? They probably should. Jayo and Box obviously surviving the round, but losing it means that they have no money on that T side. No extra income coming in for them. MDS can't buy. It looks like they'll get Speed on that AWP, obviously. Jayo might just make do with a pistol or an SMG. He's going to get dropped a Galil by Speed, and that's a pretty solid buy all in all. 2 Galils, 2 AKs, and that AWP. A little light on utility for a couple of players, but we'll see if they can make the most of it here. And again, Nemiga looking towards the B site early on. But it's just going to be damage done on towards a couple of their players through spam through a smoke. Nemiga now taking control of short. Going to look to try and exploit this position. Mighty Max takes the initial contact. It's taken down though. Thomas trades it out, so a 4-on-4. A lot of damage done towards Speed and Lollipop though, as he trying to fight their way in. Endpoint probably holding the advantage here in this round, but a 4-on-4 still. And Jayo's going to be able to even think, or bring things into a 4-on-3 actually, and then it finds another kill. The Galil going huge, finding 2. Now Nemiga surely can find themselves 14 unless Robin and Crucial can find something huge there, or do they let Nemiga find 14? Robin finds 1, looking for more. That's a huge 2K. Brings it into contention for this Endpoint side, but needs to be careful, doesn't give up too much, and he is going to be, well, sorry, he is going to get taken down by MDS there, leaving it up to Crucial, a 1 versus 2, 25 seconds on the clock, and MDS is going to go for the bomb plant. The AWP shot rings from heaven, doesn't connect though. Lollipop's low HP. Can this AWP find the kills? He's trying to find the shots through the box. MDS toying with his food a little bit there, but will just hold his position on that bomb. If he hears Crucial drop, he'll surely take the peek. Crucial's making sure there's nobody underneath him, and there's the drop. MDS heard it, and MDS takes the kill. 14 for Nemiga. It got a bit close there. Jayo, 2 huge entry kills in towards that B site. 4 rounds between these teams once again, and that's the first first gun round that Nemiga have been able to pick themselves up on this T side. So we'll see if they can find 15 now, see if they can find match point, or whether Endpoint are going to be able to fight back. But look at the buy. It's a single M4. 5 deagles for the Endpoint side. The Brits going to have their difficulties in this one, especially if they lose this. It's going to be Nemiga on match point with a hefty advantage in terms of the weaponry once again. Robin took the initial peek, but Speed's AWP finds the initial kill. Nemiga with the opening. Exactly what they need. Try and make them this a clean round, deny Endpoint anything. Mighty Max's M4 might be able to find a kill or two. But they need to be careful. Don't want to drop the kills. These pistols need to try and wrap this up nice and clean. Crucial, not going to be able to take the peak. The Molotov forces him away from that. And Mighty Max on the site now being pressed from long, but he finds an opening kill. Jayo falls. Crucial takes down one in the toilets as well. Lollipop and Speed though answering back. It's all up towards Thomas and Crucial now. 2 on 3 and Crucial left with just 18 points of health. Is now all on his own. And Lollipop signals his demise. 15 to 10 Endpoint. Looked like they might be able to find something there as they found a couple kills, but it was quickly all dealt with by the Nemiga side. 15 to 10 the scoreline. Another full buy from the Nemiga side, obviously, but Endpoint are throwing everything at this one as well. A surreal, a beautiful opening kill finds Lollipop with that headshot. There's just a few Deagles, an MP9 and a Scout for Endpoint to try and make something work, and Surreal might have to be a hero from this barrel position, but the Molotov sailing in forces him out. There's a smoke though that allows him to fall away in relative safety. Mighty Max with that MP9 positioned over towards short, holding that side of things, so the players on site only have to worry about Monster. Nemiga just going to back away from that B challenge. Endpoint, if they're feeling lucky, might go and try and collect that rifle. As Nemiga have headed their way over towards this A site now, and it looks like they are going to try and push through Monster here, but actually there's a smoke in the way, so maybe not. Scout over towards that A site, spots out a lot of players over towards long, and that's going to signal a bit of a change of position here for these Endpoint players to try and better facilitate this push from long as their utility reigns in. Crucial's in a bit of an awkward position, playing around the Molotov. He's able to take a tag on towards one. Thomas finishes off that kill, but there's going to be the kills coming in from Nemiga that's surely going to settle this one. As Surreal and Robin now left all in a 1-on-2. It's Surreal. Deagle in hand, 10 seconds. You just need to stop them from planting. 12 seconds is 5 seconds. They are going to be able to get the plant just in time behind the truck, and it is going to be the kill coming in any either way from Jayo to signal the end of that round and the end of the game.